Hey, this is Jason with ExpressionsVinyl.com, here to do another tutorial today on the Silhouette Cameo. I've had a lot of questions recently about how to cut vinyl without a mat, so we're going to show you just that today. If you've been cutting vinyl with a mat, your slide roller should be lined up to fit the mat. So today we want to cut some 12-inch vinyl. I'm going to flip this switch. Move that right down there. If we wanted to cut 9-inch vinyl, we'd bring it down to right there. I'm going to leave it up here for 12. Flip that back. And we're going to place it right there and select Load Media. Now let's jump into the Silhouette Studio software and get started. We need to let the machine know that we're not using a mat. To do that, we're going to make sure that we're in the Page Tools menu. We're going to go down to Cutting Mat and select None. Now we're going to change the width to 24 inches. So we've got the sheet of vinyl that I have, which is 12 by 24. Next, it's time to create the design. There are a number of ways to create a design in Silhouette Studios. You can sketch it yourself. You can use the trace function to trace any image that you have on file. You can download or import an SVG file if you've upgraded to the designer edition of the software. But for today, for simplicity, we're just going to go into my Silhouette library and we're going to select Bird on Branch. And then we're going to select it, grab the bottom right grab point, we're going to drag it out. Now keep in mind that this outer red perimeter is your cutting area, so anything that's outside of that will not cut. So let's slide that up a bit, and I want to drag this down. Now when you use the corner, it's going to drag it out proportionately. If you use a middle one, it's going to stretch it. And that's fine, except I don't like the way the bird looks. So we're going to undo. I'm going to use Control-Z. And then I'm going to right-click, and we're going to ungroup it all. Now, when it's ungrouped, if we move this, you'll see that the eye stays put. So I'm going to undo that again. We'll select the bird and the eye, right-click, and group. Then we want to group all this together too. So we're going to grab all of the leaves and the branch, and we're going to right click and group. And it didn't grab that bird because we didn't have all of it in there. In order to grab it, you have to have everything inside. So that just grabbed the bird. Alright, so now that we've got them separated, I can drag this down, stretch it, and I'm okay with the look of that, but the bird probably needs to be a little bit bigger. So we're going to stretch him proportionately. And good. I'm good with that. I think that looks nice. So now we're ready to cut. Go over here and you can change the cut settings if you like right here. But I'm just going to go ahead and cut the page. So hopefully you learned something today. If you've got any questions, tips, or suggestions for tutorials, you can contact us by going to the address on the screen.